you to all webinar on opportunities and challenges for pharmacy educational system in India due to COVID-19 pandemic, educational challenges and opportunities of coronavirus pandemic. As we all know that we are already experiencing a global learning crisis. Prevalence of infectious disease has increased globally as humans have spread across the world. The outbreaks have been occurring frequently, but every outbreak does not reach a global pandemic novel level as a novel coronavirus COVID-19 has. We, we all know that today's whole world is focused on the pharmaceutical industry as much as fast any vaccines and drugs is developed against the coronavirus. And this pandemic can be controlled because pandemics are large-scale outbreaks in infectious diseases with high burden of morbidity and mortality over the wide geographical area and causes the significant economical, social and political distribution, globalization with increased global integration and travel, urbanization and greater exploration of the natural environment has led to pandemics spreading quickly with COVID-19 begins with witness of our lifetime thus far. So what are the challenges for the pharmaceutical academics professionals to create new professionals in upcoming years to fight with coronavirus pandemic? And we know that pharmaceutical sector have lots of scope and pressure of government authorities also to make proper medicines for procurement of diseases. At this current situation, whole world is dependent on the pharmaceutical sector. So this pandemic, how affects the Indian pharmaceutical educational system? What are the opportunities and challenges in future with new professionals? We discuss all those things today's our speaker with Dr. V. Gopal, give the pathway for betterment in the pharmaceutical education in upcoming years. Let's introduce you to our today's webinar speaker, Dr. V. Gopal. Dr. V. Gopal currently working as Professor Head of Pharmacognosy, Principal at Government College of Pharmacy, Pondicherry. Dr. Gopal holding more than 28 years of experience in teaching all levels of pharmacy education via D.Pharm, B.Pharm, M.Pharm and MBA Hospital Management. Dr. Gopal is recipient of various awards like NI Tresha Awards from Pondicherry State Artist Society 2017, National Best Teacher Award 2017, and CVS Krishnamurti Taheja Charity Tirupati Best Teacher Award for the 6th and 2017 from MTIH, Central Council Member of Pharmacy Council of India and Member of Educational Regulation Committee and Ethics Committee of the Pharmacy Council of India. Also the Member of All India Board of Technical Education AICT, New Delhi, and Expert Committee member of All India Council for Technical Education, New Delhi, and member of various committees and various societies in India. He is also the member of Expert Committee for the approval of UG and PG courses in pharmacy in India. He is also the member of GPET Steering Committee. Now I hand over the session to Dr. V. Gopal to continue with us. Thank you, sir. Please welcome to our webinar. Please start.
Thank you very much. Thank you for your nice introduction. At the outset, I would like to congratulate Operant Pharmacy Federation for having selected this beautiful topic at the right time. So congratulations. And I also appreciate and congratulate the participants for their enthusiastic participation in this webinar, which is a think process, and this think process is going to make an attitudinal change, which is the need of this hour, especially during this change from pre-COVID-19 to post-COVID-19. So congratulations. And am I audible to all the participants? If there is a chat box, if somebody can put yes. Okay, so I will just proceed. I also congratulate this Operant Pharmacy Federation for having selected this webinar today, because today is the day on which Vasco da Gama landed in Calicut in India. So today is a very important day where the visibility of India to the rest of the world was established by Vasco da Gama. Now, if you take this topic, opportunities, challenges for pharmacy educational system in India due to COVID-19 pandemic. So here 4 things will have to be considered. Number 1, India. So what is the difference between India and rest of the world? My dear friends, in rest of the world, they call a teacher as a teacher. Whereas in India, we call a teacher as an acharya. What's the difference between a teacher and an acharya? A teacher, the word teacher is from the root word called token. A teacher is the person who passes a token of his knowledge to his students. That is teacher. Whereas, who is acharya? The root word for acharya is chariot. In those days, chariot was the only vehicle without a reverse gear. That means a teacher is a person who always goes on the front and also ensures that his students always march on the front and never march backward. Sir, what is this marching on the front and not marching on the back? This is the question that would rise in your mind. See, what is teaching and learning process? See, what do we learn? There are 4 steps. Unknown to known. You don't know anything. From that, you go to known. The second step, known to known. So you know something, you want to become more advanced in that. So you know more. The third step, known to unknown. See, when you are in search of knowledge, sometimes you walk backward. So that is the time when the acharya sees that you don't fall back. And the most important work done by acharya is he never permits you to go from unknown to unknown. So this is the greatness of an acharya. And in India, especially in the Indian educational system, we have acharyas. So this is the difference between India and rest of the world. My dear friends, there is a wrong notion today on seeing a few teachers that teachers are tape recorders and photocopiers. What that teacher has taught them, if they repeat that, it becomes stale. Many teachers, they just issue some notes and have a lecture. Lecture is a one-way communication. In India, we don't find that. Here we inspire. Educating the bucket, it is lighting a fire. So this education system here in India, the word teacher, teach, each, he and her. Teach, each, he and her. That means in a class, there will be different type of students. A teacher will have to take into consideration all the students who are at various levels. There is a very humorous saying. In a classroom, the first bench students, they and all will become IAS officers. The second bench, third bench, they will all become scientists. The fourth bench, fifth bench, they will become clerks. They will go to some group 2, group 3. The last bench, they will become politicians and they will control all the other benches. This is in lighter way. So in one class, you have different type of people with a different type of mentality. Now, you will have to cater to the needs of all the students. Teach each, he and her. That is what a teacher means. Now, in yesteryears, teacher was the only source of information. But today, teacher is one of the source of information. You go to a class, you say to your students that tomorrow I am going to handle a particular topic. The night, the students will go to their website, they will dig out, they will do data mining, they will collect a lot of information that is available, and they will come well prepared to the class. So the concept of teacher being the only source of information that was in yesteryears is now not there. Teacher is one of the source of information. You get a lot of information. It's available on the net, it's available on the textbooks, it's available on the reference books. So here the role of the teacher becomes very, 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 very difficult. Now, if you take the student, the learner in India, how is he? In India, the learner is a person who has a lot of holistic thinking. What is that holistic thinking? Abroad, everybody will be focused and super specialized. A person will be specialized, if he's a physician, he is specialized in only right arm. So he will be specialized only in right arm. He may not concentrate on his left arm. But in India, it is not so. India, everything is holistic. Holistic thinking, holistic attitude, holistic behavior. So what is this holistic thinking? Can I explain it to you? We all have a very, very favorite person. That favorite person is Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, long back, when he was in power as the president, he came to Pondicherry. So there was a very tight scheduled program for him. He's a person of punctuality, so everything was planned. His first program was, as soon as he lands, he will have to have a small discussion with students from various government and private schools. So the students were gathered, they were under vigilance, and then they were presented to the president. There was a technical snag, and the president was a bit late. So he didn't want the second program to be late. So he said, see, I don't have time for this interaction now, but the student should not get disappointed. I will just ask them a simple question. If they answer, the person who answers, I will take him back from Pondicherry to Chennai in my helicopter, and during that period, I will have discussion. So students were very much anxious to travel with the president. So everybody wanted to answer that question. The president asked a simple question. I am having a log of wood. If I drop it, what will happen? So one student said, if you have a log of wood and if you drop it, it will fall down. Another said it will break, it will create noise, it will create dust. Like this, each and everyone was saying one answer. One student said, sir, if you have a log of wood and if you are on the earth, if you drop, it will fall down. If you have a log of wood and if you are under the water, if you drop, it will go up and float. If you have a log of wood and if you are in the space, if you drop, it will remain where it is. He was selected and he traveled with Dr. APJ from Puducherry to Chennai. So, my dear participants, this is holistic thinking. And this holistic thinking is in the genes of every Indian. We have a wide view. We think holistically. That is our strength. And that is our opportunity. If we can look into this seminar, opportunities and challenges. We are positive people. That is why we put opportunities first. The major opportunity is because we think holistically, number one. Number two, there is a very specific character of Indian students. That is called extrapolation. You teach him something, he will extrapolate it. You teach him something, he will apply it at a different situation, which we can never imagine also. This extrapolation is a special character of our Indian students. I would like to explain a beautiful incident, experiment conducted by Sam Pitodra, the greatest scientist. Because of him, because of Department of Telecommunication, now I am speaking and you are all listening. So this technology was introduced. The father of all this is Dr. Sam Pitodra, the person behind DOT, Department of Telecommunications. He made a simple experiment. In Delhi, there was one slum. So just to the next to the slum, that is the compound wall of the slum and the compound wall of Dr. Sam Pitodra's office. There was a small hole, a peephole. So in that hole, Pitodra placed an interactive computer and one camera with a mic. That's all. Now the slum dwellers, first day they came and saw, hey, what is this? Something is there. So in that, two students started just playing with it. They learned something and then they taught it to their neighbors. So in 30 days time, 30% of the slum dwellers became computer literate. Nobody taught them. They didn't go to any class. They just tried and they learned. So that is the greatness of Indians. So this is about India. Now the pharmacy education system. What is the pharmacy system in India? Till recently, we were under two controlling authority. One is AICTE, All India Council of Technical Education. Another one is our Pharmacy Council of India. Now we are under one, Pharmacy Council of India. In yesteryears, AICTE will take care about the infrastructure, about all what you call licensing procedures, the fire station, from the revenue, everything. And Pharmacy Council of India was very much concentrating on the curriculum. Do you have this instrument? Do you have it in this many numbers? So it was very beautiful. The only professional course governed by two. So the governing body is very strong. So the education is so strong. See, in India, there are three types of institutions. Number one is brick institutions. Big buildings, big infrastructures. You come, there is a teacher who takes attendance, who sees whether you come to the class in time, whether you are disciplined, whether you listen to him. Every class, there is a test. There is a surprise test. There is a sessional exam. There is a model exam. So that is a brick institution. Then slowly, there was a transformation from brick institution to brick and click institution. So there was technology. So in your mobile phone, you will get assignments. You will have to study it. You will have MCQs in your mobile phone. You will have online classes. You will be listening personalities speaking online. So that is brick and click institution. Now this corona, this COVID-19 has introduced a concept of only click institutions. We are under lockdown. So initial few days, we didn't know what to do. And then we become geared up. So the first council in India to come out with clear-cut instructions of what to do during period is Pharmacy Council of India. Then our president, Professor Dr. B. Suresh, has come out with the clear guidelines. You should complaints during this lockdown. It should be online. It should be based on assignments. So you should conduct classes. So very clear-cut instructions given. So we are prepared. We are an early bird. Now we have only click institutions. You did not go to the college. Daily notes are given. Classes are conducted. If you have any doubt, you ask the teachers. Doubts are clarified. Then there is a test. There is an assignment. You get MCQs in Google Forms. You fill it up and send it. Next minute you get your answer. So next minute it is evaluated and you know your marks. You know where you will have to improve. So everything is done as a click institution. So now we are slowly going towards virtual learning. Wherever you are, you can learn. So in this virtual learning, what is very, very important is you should be enthusiastic. You should take up self-learning. So these are the 2 points which you will have to concentrate very, very, very much. Now, 40 years back, a person who had lot of land was considered rich. 30 years back, a person who had gold, silver, diamond, platinum was considered rich. 20 years back, a person who had lot of manpower, muscle power, politicians, they were considered rich. 10 years back, a person who had knowledge, was considered rich. Bill Gates, he didn't have land, he didn't have gold, he didn't have political support. He had only knowledge. He was considered rich. But today, a person who has knowledge and a person who is healthy, he is considered rich. So here there is a change. So in this change, you should be healthy. At the same time, you should be knowledgeable. So this is the challenge. My dear friends, in India, knowledge is there, but reasoning has to be fine-tuned. In schools, we teach them a simple song, Ringa Ringa Roses, pocket full of roses, Hashka, Busha, all fall down. So this is the primary song. In any LKG, they are teaching this song. You go and ask the teacher, you ask the principal of that primary school also, why do you teach this song to them? They will not know. When this song was created, that is it out. In 1881, we had a black death called the plague. When plague was there, the first symptom was Ringa Ringa Roses. You will have rashes. The rashes will be in the form of rings. They will be in rose color. Ringa Ringa Roses. Pocket full of poses. Pose means medicine. So once you have plague, you will have to take a lot of medicine. You put that medicine in your pocket. Pocket full of poses. Another one meaning. Pose is a plant. There was a belief that if you take this plant and keep it in your pocket, you will not be affected by plague. So beliefs. Pocket full of poses. Hashta, busha means sneezing. Once you sneeze, all fall down. That means you will fall down and die. So this is the poem written for plague, a pandemic. Now we are having another pandemic, corona. From plague to corona, we are singing this song, Ringa Ringa Roses. So after corona, there will be some other song which will be sung, and slowly we will forget the meaning and the reason why we are singing that song. India had a glorious history. We have a glorious history. In the whole world, the first university is Takshashila. 700 years before the birth of Jesus Christ, we had the first university, Takshashila. World's second university, Nalanda. 400 years before the birth of Jesus Christ, Nalanda. In the whole world, when they were running schools, we were running universities. Zero is a contribution of India to the world. 22/7, the value of pi was first known in India. India was the only source of diamonds. Sushruta, he is the first person to come out with Caesarean operation, reconstruction of nose, removal of kidney stones, glaucoma operation. Everything was done by Sushruta. We all know wireless communication, radio. It was invented by Marconi. People say no, but Institute of Electrical and Electronics Engineers, they have proved that it is an Indian, Professor Jagdish Chandra Bose, who invented wireless communication radio 5 years before Marconi. So India is always great. Only thing is we fail to realize it. Now it is the time that we should realize that we are great. This corona, there are two ways of managing it. One is personal hygiene, physical distancing, and lockdown. Another one, boosting your immunity. So if you want to boost your immunity, for that, herbal, natural immunoboosters. They have been very well described in Ayurveda and Siddha. So this Ayurveda and Siddha are going to rule the world in future. They have given a way of life. Lifestyle modifications. These and all are very essential. So we have been going away from nature. Nature has given us a memo, corona. Now we have to go with nature. We have nature. This corona is not going to go away very soon. It is going to teach us a lesson that we have to be with nature. If we are against nature, we cannot. Now, being with nature means our forefathers have been pioneers in living with nature. That is our strength. That is our opportunity. We will have to encash the experience of our forefathers. There is a beautiful place called Nandial in Andhra Pradesh. There is a person called Brahmangaru. He has written 4,000 years back that this year we will be affected by a virus called, virus means microorganism called Korangi. He has not made it as corona, he has made it as Korangi. So even this was predicted by our forefathers long back. It has been documented. It has been in all media and in newspapers. So my dear friends, what is very important here is we were learning for the pleasure of learning. You learn something because you have a pleasure in learning. Then the corporate world, the British, the Western community, they said you should learn to get mark. You should learn to get rank. You should learn so that you will get a job. This is not our Indian style. Our Indian style is you learn only because you love learning. My dear friends, there was a great teacher called Socrates. Socrates is the teacher of teachers. So his philosophy was not agreed by the Western community. So they wanted to kill him. So they gave him the juice of hemlock. Hemlock is a poisonous plant. So they gave him the juice and then they said, you drink it and you die. So he was holding the hemlock glass in his hand and then he was about to drink it. Then the king asked him, what is your last wish? Socrates said, my last wish. At the time, just outside the window, one beggar was singing. Socrates said, who is that fellow? He is a beggar. He is singing just to get alms. Why don't you call him? So they called him in. Socrates asked the beggar, hey beggar, you are singing very beautifully. In my life, I have learned many things. I have learned literature. I have learned maths. I have learned science. But I didn't learn singing. Can you teach me singing? Then the beggar became very happy. He said, okay, sir, I will teach you singing. So he started singing and Socrates was singing along with him. So Socrates was learning singing. And the king became annoyed. He said, hey, I'm asking you what is your last wish and you are learning singing at this time. Then Socrates said, see, every day I need to learn something new. Today I have learned singing, so I am happy. That is my last wish. He drank hemlock and then he died. This is learning. You learn for the pleasure of learning. Bhagat Singh, the great Indian, he was about to be hanged. What is your last wish? See, I am reading one book. I have finished only one part. The rest of the part is remaining. I will finish this book and then you can hang me. Look at the pleasure for learning. So that should be the thirstiness. That should be the hunger for knowledge. So in this post-COVID-19 online teaching era, the teacher and the student will have to have this thirst. You should be hungry for knowledge because we are dependent on a media. This media is full of distractions. By the time I'm seeing the screen, there is an advertisement that is popping up. That advertisement is wanting me to look at it. Once you touch it, gone. It will drag you, it will take you to some other place. So you will be distracted. You should come out of this distraction. Number two, see, so far we have been under a tight teaching learning process. You should come to the class, you should come in time, you should not be absent, you should do your homework, you should learn, you should listen to the teacher. But now in online teaching, there is nothing like that. You become free. So when you are free, slowly you will be infected by procrastination. Today's assignment I will do tomorrow. What is that? So this procrastination is very dangerous. You will slowly start losing interest without you knowing that you are losing interest. My dear friends, there was a very great professor. He was very good in teaching and he was very particular about discipline. So he used to see that the students come and attend his class regularly. One day in his class, one student was absent. In that class, for every student, there is a particular reserved place. So one bench was free. In that bench, there was a tape recorder. So the professor asked the next boy, hey, what happened to him? He's absent, sir. What is that he has placed a tape recorder there? Sir, he is very much interested in your class. If he misses your class, he will feel very sad. So he has kept a tape recorder. So whatever you speak, it will be recorded and I will take and give it to him in the evening. He will listen and he will not miss your class. The professor was very happy. He said, such an enthusiastic student. So he started taking the class. Next day, 4 students were absent. All of them had placed on tape recorder. Then professor said, okay, they are interested. He started lecturing. The third day, 50% of the class was absent. Everywhere there was only one tape recorder. Because the professor did not say anything. The professor was a bit annoyed, but he continued with the lecture. After 1 week, the whole class was empty. No student was there. Everywhere there was one tape recorder. The professor became very angry. The next day, for his class, he called the peon. He gave him one tape recorder. See, what I wanted to lecture, I have recorded here. You go and play it in the class. So the peon went and played the tape recorder, and there were 60 tape recorders in front in the benches. They were recording what this peon was playing. And then it was given to the students. What happened to the education system? Collapsed. So initially you may hear to the tape recorder, but after some time you will hear the first line and the last line. In the middle you will go to watch TV, you will go to chat with your friends, you will be hooked by your mobile phone. This mobile phone is very dangerous. Now in the class you have 2 types of people: cellular, acellular. That is a person with a cell phone, a person without cell phone. Now it is very difficult to find a person without cell phone. Now it is very difficult to find a person without a smartphone. So everybody has become cellular. Now in this mobile phone, you get rewards. You get a message that you like. And many times you get messages that you don't like. Because you get messages that you like, you are forced to see the phone often and chat. You are habituated for likes, how much likes you get. So you have become a slave for that cell phone, for the mobile phone, for the smartphone. So this distraction will pull you away from your online classes. So you should be very cautious while teaching and while learning through online, that you are not getting distracted. Now, there is a very famous personality called Michael Crichton. He has written a very small story, very interesting story. It is a small experiment again. So there is a thick forest. From that forest, with the permission of some officials and with the help of veterinary doctors, they have separated one baby deer, one baby monkey, one baby lion. So in the forest, 3 cages were made, and 1 cage is for the baby monkey, another cage is for the baby deer, another cage is for the baby lion. So small cages. Food was given at libitum, water was given at libitum, and the cages were in the forest. Now the deer was eating very well, and it was seeing the other deers running. The monkey was seeing the other monkeys climbing, jumping, everything. The lion was seeing the other lions hunting. So this was done for 3 years. After 3 years, the cages were removed and all the 3 young ones were left into the forest. The monkey, it has seen the other monkeys jump from one tree to another tree, climb the tree. But once it was freed, when it tried to climb the tree, it was not able to climb. It fell down. The deer, it was seeing the other deer running. But when it was left free, when it started running, its horns got locked in the trees and it was not able to run. The lion, it has seen the other lions hunting, But when it was left free, it was not able to hunt even a small hare. All the three young ones, they have been seeing, but they have not been doing. So they have become failure. Now in this online classes, theory is very strong. Fundamentals are okay. But what happened to practicals? So practicals, we should not become weak like this experiment, young one of monkey, lion and deer. So here practicals, we have video tutorials, but we have not been accustomed to this video tutorials of practical classes. So hands-on training is very much essential. Now, will we be having the time or the infrastructure for hands-on training? 1 meter distance. Our labs, they can hold only 25 to 30 students. You maintain 1 meter distance, physical distancing. How can you do the practical? So these and all are the real-time challenges, and these challenges can be overcome if we have the attitude. If you have the attitude to learn, the same thing can be demonstrated online. But you should be having the attitude. You should be having the thirst to learn. So that is very, very important. My dear friends, in India, there are two types. The rich India, the poor India. The rich India, they have net facility, they have uninterrupted power supply, they have everything that you want. You have a poor India, they don't have power, they don't have uninterrupted net connection. So everybody is having a net pack. Even our good friend from this Operant Farmers Federation, he said that time at 5:30, I was very much worried because the youth today, they exhaust the net because they have nothing to do. They exhaust the net by 11:30, 12. So at 5:30, will they be having the enough data in their mobile phone or in their system to watch our session? So that was what I was thinking. So we have a poor India. So this poor India will not have the technology or the money or the economy to cope up with these online classes. But for that reason, we cannot leave them. We should always take them along with us. So that is a very big challenge that we are going to face. And how are we going to overcome it? See, again, there are two types of students. One, students who are enthusiastic, who learn on their own. Other students who will have to be spoon-fed. You will have to give them notes. You will have to teach them. You will have to split the portions into small pieces, and you have to give them tests. You will have to give them imposition, and then you will have to make them learn. So that type of learning online is very, very difficult. So that is our another major problem which we will be facing. Now, to overcome these problems that we will be facing, we will have to understand our students. Number one, our students have abundant energy. So we will have to tap that energy towards our education and learning, teaching and learning in pharmacy. If you don't tap that energy completely, that energy will be utilized by other websites. You have to be very careful. They are very much energetic. Number two, they are curious. They wanted to know what. But in our teaching, we teach only to one level. One student will be very much interested in formulation, but at B.Pharm level, we will teach only the fundamental. Only at M.Pharm level, he will go to advanced, but he will be more interested to learn the advanced in pharmaceutics at UG level. He will not be interested in chemistry. He will not be interested in biology. He will not be interested in cognitive. He will be interested only in sutics, but we don't give him the opportunity for that. So he will get disappointed. So that is this. He is more curious. So for these curious people, you will have to present the rest of the subjects on which he is not curious in a way in which it is suitable to him. My dear friends, in Tamil Nadu, we have a great personality called Gopinath. So he has written a book, How to Win. He went to all the colleges and started selling it. Nobody bought it. Then he became very depressed. He changed the title. Please don't buy this book. Everybody bought that book. That book became a mega success. So when you go and say, please buy this book, nobody will buy. When you say, don't buy this book, people buy. So that is youth. You should understand the way of youth thinking. When you say don't do, he will do. When you say don't study, he will study. I'm not generalizing. I'm just saying about a sect. So for them, you should give it in a particular way so that it is appealing. And number three, the youth are full of happiness. They are cheerful people. So you should give your class in such a way that they take it in a cheerful mood. You go in a very morose, students. Today we are going to learn about a topic called chemical constituents of plants. So you all know that there are a class called alkaloids. So you should know the definition of alkaloids. You should write it just like that. So if I start lecturing like this, they may listen for the first 2 minutes and then they will go to a nice sleep. So you should give it in a cheerful way. Next, you should ensure that whatever you teach them reaches them. So that is very, very important. My dear friends, we should ensure that all the students in their respective learning places, they have a very good learning ambience. Before, we had a college. The college was creating the ambience required for learning. So you had a beautiful classroom. The classroom had fan, light, air, ventilation, everything. But now in a house, you cannot expect this ambience. To take my room, take this room. There is a ventilation here. So for me, it is okay because I'm going to lecture only for 45 minutes. But if it is a student who is going to learn online without ventilation, it will be very difficult. So you need a nice ventilation, you need fresh air, you need natural light. So these and all are some things which you will have to take. Again, online classes, see, you take my case. So I am handling classes for B.Pharm. I am handling classes for first year M.Pharm, second year M.Pharm. I am handling classes for PhD. I am guiding for PhD. So morning I take theory classes for B.Pharm and then for first year M.Pharm, then for second year M.Pharm, then for PhD. So you take a student, if he's a B.Pharm student, he has 5 subjects in one semester. So he has to attend 5 classes and all of us give assignments. So he has to do the assignment, he has to upload it. So he is becoming overburdened. So he is not used to this amount of overburden with the help of a system. So he will be just staring like this, he will get dry eyes. So you should know how to take care of your eyes. You should take a break. You should just warm your palm and you should take care of your eyes. You should take a bio break. You should take a water break. You should go out and drink some water. You should take a power nap. So this and all is essential for online learning. And especially you should learn breathing exercise. When you are on the system, when you work for a long, slowly, involuntarily, your breathing becomes a shallow breathing. So because it is a shallow breathing, your oxygen intake will be disturbed and slowly your brain will become fatigued and slowly you will start sleeping. So you should know how to breathe. So these and all are the occupational hazards which you will have to learn. So my dear friends, I have another 5 minutes of time, I think. So before I end, I will have to quote 2 people. See, in the whole world, the most computer-friendly language is Sanskrit. The grammar of Sanskrit was given by Nagesa Bhatta. He is a great Indian, we can call him even a scientist because his grammar is suitable even to a computer. Now, this Nagesa Bhatta, in his young age, he was not serious about studies. He was just playing. And in those days, there was early marriage. So during his marriage, his would-be asked him, "Are you educated?" He said, "No, but I have a lot of money." So she said, "No, if you are not educated, if you have not gone to any Gurukul, I will not marry you." So that just pained him. So at that age, he started going to Gurukul. Gurukul is a schools in those places, and he wanted to learn. But no Gurukul Guru was ready to take him. They said, "You are already aged. Here we have young children." Nobody was ready to do it. So he went to many places, and the last he caught hold of a guru. He went and directly caught hold of his feet and said, "Sir, if you don't take me, I'm not going to lick your feet." So that guru had no other option. He said, "Okay." So that guru always used to keep him with him because all other students were very young. So he used to be along with the guru, eat along with the guru, sleep along with the guru, and he used to learn. So he one day, after nearly 1 year, when he was having his food along with the guru, he told his guru, "Guru, today this what you call sabji is very bitter." Then guru said, your education is over. Henceforth, you don't come to this gurukula." He said, "What did I say? I said today the sabji is bitter, and for that why are you sending me out?" He said, "Right from day one, I am giving you sabji of neem leaves. Neem leaves are bitter. When you joined, you were very much interested in learning, so you didn't concentrate on taste. Now you are concentrating on taste. That is why you are knowing the bitterness. Once you are concentrating on taste, henceforth you cannot learn. So you go away," he said. So in online education, this is rule number one. You should focus your energy only on learning. You should avoid distractions. You should be interested in self-learning. So if you are like this, then there is nothing like online learning. And I'm ending it with you. The last thing. See, there was a very good experiment where they taught chimpanzee how to differentiate photographs. So the chimpanzee was well trained. They called all the observers, and in front of the observers, there was a final experiment. There were two boxes. In one box, the photo of a human being was there. In another box, the photo of a monkey was there. Now, for this chimpanzee, they had given 10 photographs. 5 are human being photographs, 5 are monkey photographs. So they all were jumbled. This chimpanzee will have to find out and put the photographs in the correct box. The first photograph was a monkey photo. So the chimpanzee correctly put it in the monkey box. The second one, human photo, it put it in the human box. The third one, monkey photo, correct. All the 9 photographs it did correctly. The last photograph was the photograph of the same chimpanzee. So the chimpanzee saw its photograph. This is monkey box. This is human box. And when everybody was seeing it, it put it in the human box. So they said the experiment is a failure. But the trainer said, no. Once the chimpanzee knows how to identify between a man and a monkey, the chimpanzee has self-promoted itself from a monkey to man. That is why it has given a reward to itself. It has put its photo in man. So this is a different type of interpretation. So in a class, the teacher will see that you are interpreting in the right way. But in online learning, you will not know how a learner will interpret. If he is interpreting in the wrong way, that may lead to great mistakes. So online teaching is good, but it should be monitored by a teacher, and you should have an attitude to learn. So these are the opportunities, challenges for the pharmacy educational system in India post COVID-19. So this COVID-19 has given us a lot of lessons. Before COVID, some 200 years back, if we are going to a house, we used to remove the slipper outside, wash our leg, wash our hand, and then we enter into the house. Slowly we forgot that. In many houses, they go along with the shoes till the drawing room. Now we are very cautious. This COVID-19 has made us put all the slippers outside, wash our hands, wash our legs, and come in. Before, we were very much concentrating on food. We were taking salads, we were taking fruits, and slowly we became synthetic. We forgot all that. Then our immunity is compromised. Now this COVID-19 has made us eat salad, made us eat fruits, made us be natural. So this COVID-19 has taught us a lot of things. And one among that is, in our genes, we have the genes of self-learning. A small baby, once it is born, you put it in water, it can swim. But slowly it forgets swimming. So like that, self-learning is in our genes. And you should have an attitude to learn. And the teachers should give it in a palatable way so that the learners can take it. And a teacher will be a teacher as long as he is a student. So daily we will have to learn and then teach, and we can do wonders. And India can lead the world in giving education and health. I once again thank the beautiful team of Operant Pharmacy Federation for giving this wonderful opportunity of interacting with the intellectual minds. Thank you, one and all.
Thank you so much for sir, sharing your wonderful knowledge on opportunities and challenges for pharmacy professionals in India and in future year, coming year, the challenges on academics. Thank you so much, sir. Now this session is open for everyone. Anyone can ask the questions from Dr. B. Gopal by self-mute. You can also drop your questions in question box so we can raise your question.
There are two things. If there are no questions, that means whatever I said has reached you, or whatever I said you has not reached you. In English, we have a beautiful word called as ASK, that is art of seeking knowledge. So the more you ask, the more knowledge you will get. So please ask questions.
Sir, one question arises from Sukara Sahi. As we know, all pharmacy is the field in ocean. How can one train ourselves in the particular area?
Very good, very good, very good. At the outset, I would like to congratulate that candidate participants for this beautiful question. Pharmacy is the ocean. So where do I specialize? Very simple. You have been taught about SWOT analysis. You should know what is your strength. You should know what is your weakness. For your strength, you should find out your opportunity. And according to your weakness, you should find out your threat and you should mitigate it. That's all. So, you know what is your strength. Each and everyone has a unique strength. So, as per your strength, you will have to find out what are your interests, what is the opportunity available. So, the practical opportunity available and your interests will lead you to specialization of your choice. So every field is a specialization. So in yesteryears, people were not concentrating on pharmacognosy. Now, post COVID-19, you will have to concentrate on pharmacognosy. So you will have to standardize all the Ayurveda and Siddha formulations and take it to the world. So there is a very good opportunity. You have to make nutraceuticals as superfoods for COVID-19. Again, a very good opportunity for pharmacognosy. So like this, each and every field is great. And only a SWOT analysis. It could be a guided SWOT analysis also. That will help you to find out your specialization. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. One more question arises from Yes Patil. What will be the impact of COVID-19 on Indian pharmacy sector? He's want to ask about jobs and industry.
Yeah, that is a very good question. Again, congratulations for asking this question. So we are the pharmacy of the world, especially in generic drugs. You cannot compete with us. Now, this hydroxychloroquine, you might have seen in the media. So many developed countries, they are also dependent on us. So the pharma industry post COVID-19 is going to have an enormous growth. And if you have knowledge, if you have skills, you will be absorbed by the pharma industry and it will make you to rise you to great levels. So you should be very happy that you have entered into the field of pharmacy. So make your fundamentals strong and have an thirst for learning. Then the pharma company will reach you and will take you. And as of now, the future of Indian pharma industry is very bright.
Thank you, sir. One more question arises from Vinod R. India can create a better platform for pharmacists as we donate hydrochloroquine.
That is the question.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, of course. See, your observations are very right. See, we have a proactive Pharmacy Council of India that has been upgrading the syllabus. Now we have a uniform syllabus. And in this syllabus, especially in the final year, you have a choice. You have different subjects to take. And after that, we go for training. So these pharmacists who come out of our education system, they will have a very good knowledge, and they will be having a skill to apply that knowledge in the right perspective. So slowly we will be going, marching ahead towards a bright future. So we need to go along, swim along the current. The current is being navigated by pioneers in the field, our leaders. So these leaders have chalked out a very beautiful plan of what to do post COVID. So only thing, you need to have a mentor. You need to have a role model. And this role model, if you are in touch, will navigate you through this current changes and take you to super heights. I see a bright future for all the pharmacy fraternity.
Sir, one more question arises from Dr. Naresh Kalra. What you have idea about practical classes for pharma students? Do I have any idea about this instead of video lectures?
See, one, we had the CPSCE, when they had banned the use of animals at UG level. So immediately we had many simulated experimental models. We had many beautiful softwares, XFarm. So we were able to teach the animal experiments to the students through simulated models. So similarly, experiments can be designed, it can be simulated, it can be through video tutorial. So by going through it, the students will have a virtual hands-on feeling of the practical classes. So this is our future. And a class designed by one is now available to everybody. So recently you might have seen that in Swayam, they have given advertisement for translation. So if you are taking a class in English, and if there is a student who will be able to get it only in Tamil, it will be immediately translated and available in the local vernacular language, where the student will be able to absorb it better. And through computer simulations, it will be very clear video where he will be able to understand it. And as per plan, later when this lockdown is over, you can call them on rotation basis, where they can have a demo and they can do it in hand. Like for example, today we are having a class, a batch of 30, then tomorrow we will have to do it as a batch of 50. And this batch, the tutorial will be online, and they will just come perform the experiment in a guided manner, and they will immediately go. So it could be like that in our future. But we will be able to deal this in a far better position, because we are now starting thinking about it. The more we think, the more we will discuss. The more we will discuss, beautiful solutions we will arrive at. And these solutions will guide us to overcome this problem.
Okay, thank you, sir. Sir, one more question arises from Dr. Lakshmana Rao. What are the measures to be taken by the institute to overcome the stress faced by the students after lockdown?
Counseling. It's a very nice question. The answer to that is counseling. See, I was mentioning the difference between a teacher and an acharya. So the acharya, his first aim is to go to the level of the student. So next to my home, I have a small friend. He is in his LKG, lower kindergarten. And I used to speak with him. So I used to ask him, see, who is your class teacher? He used to say some name. And then who is your maths teacher? Who is your English teacher? And then you have to ask him, whom do you like very well? He used to say, I used to like my PT teacher very well. Then the physical education teacher you like, why? Because that is the only teacher who will kneel down, who will come to my level, and who will make me understand the importance of exercise, how to perform them. So what do the student expect? They want us to go to their level. We should go into their shoes. And our youth, see, if we just guide them, they just ride us. So what we need to say is, this lockdown is a positive change. Take it positively. So the stress what they have, the moment we go to their level and then we say that there is no stress, it will just go away just like dew in front of sun. So this stress that we feel that the students are facing can be easily overcome by proper counseling, by support. The parents are ready to support them, the teachers are ready to lift them, the management is ready, the principal is ready, the council is ready, and we have such beautiful operant pharmacy federation and such beautiful associations who are ready to guide us, lead us. We have the industrialists who are ready to share their experiences. So it could be easily done, and the root word for that is counseling.
Thank you, sir. One question
Thank you.
arises from Dr. Rakesh Kumar. What are the emerging opportunities for pharmacy graduate after COVID-19, either industry or self-business?
Beautiful, beautiful. I will just give you one example. One of my student, he joined with some 3 people, and then he started a small manufacturing unit. And that manufacturing unit run into troubled waters, and he closed it down. But he had a bonded laboratory. Now, after COVID, there is a great demand for hand sanitizers. How to prepare hand sanitizer? WHO has given it very clearly. So he, as a single student, he went through it and he reopened his firm. He applied for permission to manufacture hand rub as per WHO, hand sanitizers, and immediately he got it because there was high demand, and he started manufacturing hand sanitizers, and now he is minting money. I cannot say minting money, he's also serving, but he is well off. So a very good opportunity. Another one fellow who has gone into mask, face mask. And in that face mask, outside there is the antimicrobial coating, and inside there is a nice fragrance. So he has come out with tulsi face mask, he has come out with coriander face mask. So look at the way people think. And one of my friend, he has gone and got permission to manufacture Kabajura Kudinir, which is a Siddha formulation, which is an immunobooster, which is high demand, heavy demand. And another one fellow, he has gone into what you call food, which are very rich in boosting our immune system. He has come out with tulsi capsules, he has come out with amla capsules, he has come out with the chavanprash, which is having full of vitamin C, which boost our immunity, and the zinc tablets manufacturing, vitamin D tablets manufacturing. So the scope post COVID-19 is, as individually you can become an entrepreneur, you can reach to great heights. And the pharma sector is booming. There will be a number of pharma companies, and these pharma companies are going to take us. So in both the ways, either alone you can win, or you can join a team and you can win. Both sides, it is a win-win situation for pharmacy. Thank you.
Yes, thank you, sir. So before proceeding to next question, one announcement for all the audience. We request to all the audience, you have to fill the assessment of webinar. The link is showing on your screen, that is www.opf.org.in/challenge. You must have to submit your assessment, otherwise you are not eligible for the certificate of the webinar. Thank you, sir. So now we are proceeding to next question. Next question from Rajashree S. What is the role of pharmacoprognosis in the COVID-19?
It's a nice question. Congratulations for asking this beautiful question. See, now the Ministry of Ayush has come out with a number of formulations which are immunoboosters, which are useful for boosting our immunity to face COVID-19. Now, these formulations are pending standardizations. They are pending modernization. What do you call stability studies, packaging studies, labeling studies. Lot of work is pending, and all this has to be done by a pharmacognosist. So, as a pharmacognosist, we will have to come out with monographs for raw material standardization, in-process quality control, finished product quality control. So, the scope of pharmacognosy is wide. I will give you, there is one plant called Andrographis paniculata. The demand for Andrographis paniculata post COVID-19 has grown up to great heights. Now, this plant that was widely available in the wild, you need not cultivate it, it is available in the wild. Now it has become endangered. So now we will have to go for cultivation. So then you will have to go for tissue culture. So the scope of pharmacognosy is great. You have Ayurveda, you have Siddha, you have Unani, you have homeopathy. All of them have come out with medicines for COVID-19. And all this medicine have to be standardized. And all these are Indian medicines. So you have a lot of home remedies. These home remedies will have to be scientifically validated, and they will have to be uploaded in traditional knowledge digital library so that nobody can patent it. And it should be available to India. So this is the greatness of the subject. So the scope is ample. Thank you.
So one more question arises from Rajkumar. New changes can expect from the government or education system because many of the international countries not recognize or pharmacy degree. So sir, any
Many
changes on this? Because sir, most of the countries are not recognized or pharmacy degrees in foreign.
Yeah. Now there will be a change. Those of the countries who have not recognized our pharmacy degree, now they will be dependent on India for various things. It could be for the medicine manufactured by us, or it could be for the lead molecules available as immunoboosters in our Ayurveda, in our Siddha, in our Unani, and in our traditional systems. So just like the yoga in India has become popular worldwide, just like the naturopathy in India has become popular worldwide, our pharmacy system will be accepted worldwide. And you can see this change. See, I'll give you, I'm not against anybody, I'm just giving you a simple example. America was leading in modern medicine, but look at the number of deaths in America. So that means that system there is a failure. The scientific lifestyle that they have is a failure. If we have the same number of deaths in a system in India where Siddha is practiced or Ayurveda is practiced, what will the scientific community say? It will say ban that system. If somebody is practicing Ayurveda and if he's not getting cured, what will they say? They will say that system is wrong, you ban that system. It is a placebo system, they will say. Now, the modern system of medicine, in case of 1 lakh death in America, what is the answer? See, I do agree, if you are under that very crucial period, if you're with COVID, so you will have to be relying on modern medicine. But look at the number of deaths. And do you have a prophylaxis for COVID-19? But when the prophylaxis is available in our traditional systems of medicine, it is our duty to make it scientific and acceptable to our current system. And that work has to be done and will be done only by Indian pharmacists.
Yeah, thank you, sir. So one interesting question arises from Pooja Patel. What we can improve our self online learning?
Very good. Nice question. Thank you. So if you want to improve your online learning, you should improve your computer knowledge. You should be tech savvy. So it's very simple. Everything is available through video, self-tutorial. So once you are technically competent, then lot of information is available online. As I said, the golden rule, you should know what you want to learn. Number 2, you should know how to avoid distractions. Number 3, you should know where authentic information is available. So with that, you will automatically involve yourself in self-learning, and the pleasure of learning will make you learn more and will make you knowledgeable. It will give you the skills. It will improve your wisdom. And once that is there, anyone will come and take you to their company, and you will get a job and you will perform excellently well, and you will be useful to the society. You will be recognized and appreciated.
Thank you, sir. Sir, one question arises from Dr. Naresh Kalda. Homemade remedies for immunity booster. Please suggest any homemade remedies for immunity as a immunity booster.
Thank you very much. We have ample, we have plenty. I will give you some 10. You can just take it. Number 1, early morning when you wake up, you take a glass of warm water, add a spoon of honey, and then you add a slice of lemon. If you can cut the slice, you can put that slice inside because the outer rind has pectin. That is also good to you. That is number one. Number two, you can take tulasi leaves and you can take tender neem leaves. Number two. Number three, you can take ginger. So ginger, you'll have to remove the outer skin because it is underground modification and it is under the mud. So on the skin, you will have microorganisms which are harmful. So remove the outer skin, make it into small pieces. You can put it in milk, boil it and take. You can add it to your breakfast in any form. Number four, add turmeric. Turmeric is having excellent antiviral, antibacterial, antifungal activity. So add turmeric to your food. Number five, make use of pepper. So pepper is excellent for in boosting your immunity. It is a bioavailability enhancer. It has been proved. And number six, you can add onion and garlic. So both of them are very good. In the night before you go to sleep, you take a glass of warm milk, add 5 bulbs of garlic, boil it, add a pinch of turmeric, add a pinch of pepper, and then you take it. So that is called golden milk. So that is a very good formulation. So garlic and clove, they are very good. And number 7, so you take water. So in that water, you boil that water. When it is boiling, you take cumin seeds and then you just crush it and then put the 1 handful of cumin seeds in 5 liters of water. You close it and put off the flame. So that cumin seeds have volatile oil. That volatile oil goes into that water, and when you drink that water, it boosts your immunity. So this is 7. So number 8, you drink lot of water. So the more you water you take, it flushes all the toxins out. And then number 9, you have to gargle. You have to gargle with salt water in warm water. So in warm water, you add salt and you gargle, so your throat is free. And then you will have to take bath twice a day in warm water with eucalyptus oil. And so this is what you call will improve your circulation. And every day you will have to expose yourself for minimum 15 minutes of sunlight before 11 o'clock in the morning or after 4 o'clock in the evening. So when you expose yourself to sunlight, you will get vitamin D, and that vitamin D will boost your immunity. You can take some zinc supplements, you can take vitamin C supplements, all these are very good. So these are some of the not home remedies, they are the scientific remedies based on our tradition. They will boost your immunity and make you strong against COVID-19. All the best.
Yeah, sir, what you say on probiotics as a immunity booster?
Yeah, very good, especially buttermilk. So buttermilk is a very good probiotic. It is immunity booster, but only thing is you will have to take it in a very dilute form, and so they have lactobacilli. So this lactobacilli will take care of your biome inside your intestine. So there it will be a boosting of its immunity. So it is a very good, especially in this hot summer, to take buttermilk. Buttermilk is always a better milk.
Yes, sir. Sir, one interesting question arises from Ajay Singh Sarthi. Uh, in current situation, the faculties provide the notes as well as learning material through the online process. But what about the experimental skills and knowledge? How they get that skill? What will be the on their practical exams?
Very good. So, as far as the current guidelines given by the Pharmacy Council of India, so as soon as the college reopens, 1 month we are going to spend only for practical classes. Now, these practical classes we already know, so we can have a simulated model. We can have a video shoot of a demonstration of a practical, and we can give a very good theoretical background as a tutorial. So these videos can be uploaded. So once the student sees this video, he will be having a fundamental of the experiment that he has to perform. He will have a view of what experiment has to be done. And if there could be some simulated models where he can do it, so he will be having a virtual experience of the practical. And then once this lockdown is closed with physical distancing, you can call him. So now in a class, we are having around some 30 students. So we will have to make it into 15 students. So 15 students will be there with physical distancing. They will once again perform the experiment under our guidance and they will go back. So this is the way in which we will have to deal it, and it can be easily dealt. So I have also answered a similar answer for a previous question where I have given you the example that experiments with animals when it was
Yeah.
banned. We have been successful in introducing it at UG level using simulated animal model experiments with various X-farm and such apps. So it can be done now also. We have software for it. Only thing we will have to develop it. Necessity is the mother of invention. Now we have the necessity. You can see the invention. You will be having lot of such inventions. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Sir, one interesting question arises from Sai Tejaswini. How should maintain interest on all subjects? Like
How
a
to?
student having 4 or 5 subjects. So she want to ask about how to make interest on all subjects.
Very good, very good. See, when you are at a UG level, so here your fundamentals will have to be strong. So for that, these subjects, they are interlinked. So you will have to study these subjects. So what is very much required is planning. So you should have a timetable. You should plan your work and you should be interested in all subjects and you should always encourage integrated learning. So when I teach pharmacognosy, I am teaching botany, I am teaching chemistry because it is phytochemistry. I am teaching biotechnology because it is an applicable part. I am teaching pharmacoeconomics because trade on medicinal plants is there. I am teaching phytopharmacology because pharmacology is there. I am teaching phytotoxicology because the toxicology of the plants will have to be studied. I am teaching phytoformulations. So one pharmacognosy is having linked with all other subjects. So similarly, chemistry means chemistry of natural products. Then organic chemistry means fundamental chemistry. So medicinal chemistry. So similarly, zootics. So every subject is interlinked. So you learn as an integrated subject, you learn as an integrated part, you will understand better. So first hour, you are going to learn chemistry. Second hour, you are going to learn pharmacology. Third hour, when you are learning pharmacognosy, you will be linking that both. So you will be interested in all the subjects. So this is holistic learning. And we Indians, we are very good in holistic learning.
Sir, one question arises from Mrunal. People are saying pharmacists don't have scope in research from scratch in India. It is necessary to migrate abroad such opportunities.
Now it is the other way around. People from abroad will have to come to India to get lead because Ayurveda is fully in Sanskrit, Siddha is fully in Tamil. So if they want leads from this for immunoboosting formulations, for nutraceuticals, so the leads are available only in India. We have a glorious tradition which many countries do not have. And our system of teaching, learning, our ethics, our discipline, our work culture, so they all will pave the way for research in India. Only thing is, economically, we will not be at par with the countries abroad. But that nowadays, research, you can do it here and you can have a link online link with a company abroad. So this could also be possible. So there will be a lot of ventures where we will have collaborations. So this collaborative research will always be successful. So I think slowly the concept of going abroad for doing research may become dispensed of, and we will have very good opportunity to carry out beautiful research in India, in our workplace with collaborations abroad.
Yes, thank you, sir. Sir, one question arises from a student. As a student, we will be having a theory knowledge and some practical knowledge. How we can get that skills to sustain in the world? Do we need to attend any other special classes?
There is nothing called special classes. You will have to undergo training. We have an industrial training. We have a hospital training. So in this industrial training and hospital training, you will be directly exposed to the field. So what you have learned and what is in practice, there is a major difference. So that difference, you will have a taste of it during your training. So you can be proactive. You can approach industrialists, and these industrialists are very much willing to teach
From
the
a
student
student,
counterparts.
as a
So they
student,
will teach
we
you,
will
they will guide you. Only thing is you will have to be sincere. So if you are sincere in your efforts, you will be exposed to all these fields in the training. So this industrial training, you will have to take it seriously. In many states, the Indian Pharmaceutical Association has come up with finishing schools. So in these finishing schools, you will be having more exposure where a person from the industry will come and orient you towards the latest developments in the industry and then will take you to the industry. So such types can also be done. Opportunities are ample. Make the best use of them. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Sir, what are your suggestions for those students? They are belonging to poor areas and they not have smartphones. And in such areas, people not have internet facilities. So that student, how can join the class, online classes, and what are the pathway for those students?
Very good question. Excellent question. Thank you for asking it. See, student community, they live together. They live on networking. They have a friend circle. So make your friend circle wide and strong. As a friend, especially at the college days, you get true friendship. Those friends will be willing to share their technology, will be able to share their data with you. So if you don't have the data, you catch hold of a friend, a good friend, he will provide you the data. He can send you, you can go to him, you can maintain physical distancing, you can get the information from him. It could be in a recorded version. So as our what you call panelist, he was saying beautifully, what we have discussed now will be recorded and it will be broadcasted again tomorrow morning at 11 o'clock. So today, just before our session at 4:30, we had a power failure. So I was very much worried. So without power, what to do? The battery of my laptop will sustain it, but this lighting and this and all will not be proper. Maybe the connectivity will be lost. So I was very much worried. So we have provisions for that. So recorded data is available. So you can go through that recorded data and see our central government, our college, our state government are trying to make these data available at many places. Like for example, in many colleges, they are going to open up data stations. So whenever you are free, you can book it, you can go there, all the data will be available, you can view it, we can copy it, you can take it in your any gadget, and whenever you are free, you can go through it. So when where there is a will, there is a go. And especially your friend circle, they will be willing to help you more and more. And through networking, this problem can be solved. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Thank you for sharing your valuable knowledge on opportunities and challenges for pharmaceutical education in India and how it will be affected and what will be the opportunities after the post-COVID and what are the challenges you say to our audience and we are hopefully that our audience will be get all the information you suggested that. So one question arises from Rajkumar. Any specific official website for herbal research?
We have Ministry of Ayush website. We have Traditional Knowledge Digital Library website. We have Pharmacopoeia of Indian Systems of Medicine website. We have Central Council of Research in Siddha website. We have National Institute of Siddha website. Similarly, we have Central Council of Research in Ayurveda website. Similarly, we have a website dedicated for research from what you call National Medicinal Plants Board. Similarly, we have a website of CMAP, Central Institute of Medicinal and Aromatic Plants. So all these websites, they give you ample information, authentic information on herbal medicinal plant research.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Anyone more available for questions? You can ask directly to Dr. V. Gopal. Audience can ask by self-mute questions directly by audio system. Thank you so much for sir. I think there is nobody is available. All the questions are completed. Thank you so much, sir, connecting with us and sharing your views on opportunities and challenges for pharmaceutical education due to COVID-19 and what will the impact on education system after COVID-19 pandemic. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. Have a great day. Thank you. We can end the meeting.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Bye.
Thank you, sir. One announcement for all the audience. We are inviting applications for volunteers, brand ambassadors, and CEC members. For more information, you can visit our official website opf.org.in, and you can also send mail to us our team at admin@opf.org.in and info@opf.org.in. So our team will be reply you